Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Thursday, March 20th, 2025. A suspected squatter with an active warrant was arrested in 29 Palms for investigation into stealing electricity and possession of methamphetamine. On Monday, San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies received a report from a homeowner whose vacant home was receiving electricity in someone else's name. Deputies responded to the home in the 72,000 block of Winters Road near 29 Palms, and they say they found it had been burglarized. A person inside of the home, identified as Veronica Wade, a 54-year-old resident of 29 Palms, was found to have an active warrant for trespassing. Deputies also say they found methamphetamine and pipes in the home. Veronica Wade was arrested on suspicion of burglary, possession of a controlled substance, and theft of utilities, and is being held at the West Valley Detention Center on $110,000 bail. Last night, the Morongo Valley Community Services District Board of Directors held their regular meeting. Reporter Gabriel Hart was there and has this recap for us today.
With multiple items added to the initially short agenda, the meeting began with a visit from Justin Marino of the Inland Empire Fire Safe Alliance, who presented the Morongo Valley Fire Department and Fire Chief McKicken respective awards in appreciation of the continued support of fire safe councils and fire prevention efforts in the Inland Empire. Marino also came with an exciting proposal for the CSD. With the help of various grants, Marino wants to set up a Desert Region Fire Safe Council office for Morongo Valley in Fire Station No. 2 at Bella Vista, currently vacant and in disrepair. With Morongo Valley being among the highest fire risk area in the basin, along with Pioneer Town, Marino says it would be in the council's best interest to have a closer office than their site in Yucca Valley. With the issue of repairs needed to Station No. 2, Marino says they aim to secure the California State Nonprofit Security Grant for facility enhancement to address the issue should the CSD give the green light to the proposal. The 2024 Chuck Oswald Award was given to Tammy Stogner of the Morongo Valley Youth Softball League for her outstanding volunteer work. Stogner thanked the board and added how proud she is to work with the community. For the impending budget workshop meeting, the board decided on a special meeting April 9th. The board also approved the acquisition of a wood chipper for Covington Park, to be used to turn fallen trees into mulch to be recycled back into the public space. Volunteer Buddy Stogner confirmed that he assessed the machine's working order, and the board voted to transfer the bill of sale from Richard Brewer of the Fire Safe Council, who is donating it to the CSD. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
If you have questions or concerns for your congressional representatives, you'll have an opportunity this afternoon to make your voice heard in person. Online news editor Robert Hayden has the story.
The Office of California's 23rd District Representative Jay Obernolte will be holding open office hours in 29 Palms to hear residents' concerns. It'll be held from 2 to 4 p.m. today at 29 Palms City Hall. The exact location is dependent on how many people show up. In February, Congressman Obernolte held an event in Yucca Valley that was part of a series of town halls held across the United States that erupted into shouting and chants supporting those who were part of the mass federal job terminations that took place around Valentine's Day. Obernolte is one of 6 Republican congressmen to sign and send a letter to the Office of Personnel Management requesting the national parks be given the authority to do their own seasonal hiring. 2 federal judges also ruled that the firing of probationary positions in the Department of the Interior was not done legally and the jobs must be reinstated. Both issues have yet to be directly addressed by the OPM or President Trump. In previous office hours, Jay Obernolte himself has not always been present, but members of his staff are. It's unknown whether Obernolte himself will be there today during office hours, taking place at the 29 Palms City Hall at 6136 Adobe Road today from 2 to 4 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The Morongo Unified School District hosted a district-wide science fair for students in grades 4 through 8. Each elementary and junior high or middle school hosted their own individual science fair, with the best projects moving on to compete district-wide. The school district provided a list of the winning projects from Tuesday's science fair. In the district's 4th grade category, 3rd place went to Oasis Elementary School for the Does Baking Soda Affect the Water Temperature by Blake Kropachik. 2nd place went to Condor Elementary School's Matthew Young for True Cleaning Supply. 1st place went to Onaga Elementary School's Emily Bramlett for Soggy Cereal. In 5th grade, 3rd place went to Landers Elementary School's Penelope Penalva for Milk Plastic. 2nd place went to Onaga Elementary School's Jason Osment for Place Squeaky Clean Chemistry. And 1st place went to Joshua Tree Elementary School's Madison Edwards for Airplane Research. In the 6th grade category, 3rd place went to Friendly Hills Elementary School's Logan Young Young for Slam Dunk Science. Second place went to a tie for Landers Elementary School's Fizzy Reactions and the Science Behind Creating the Perfect Bath Bomb by Jade Tamayo, and Onaga Elementary School's Uncovering the Dirtiest Places Around the School by Cameron Clare. And first place went to Friendly Hills Elementary School's Zachary Coulson for Flower Changes Everything. In 7th grade, third place went to La Contenta Middle School's Elisa Calhoun for EU Bacteria. Second place went to La Contenta Middle School's Talon Westover and Liam Anderson for Gas Balloons. And first place went to La Contenta Middle School's Savannah Davis and Lithia Betancourt for Powered by Produce. And in 8th grade, third place went to La Contenta Middle School's Aaliyah Young, Sophia Bulia, and Samaya Thomas's Hidden Gems. Second place went to La Contenta Middle School's Irie Jarrett, Isabel Medina, and Rosie Ramirez for Break It Down. And first place went to La Contenta Middle School's Angelique Escarino, Audrey Hatzing, and Braylon Robson for their project. Which age group has the ability to remember dreams the best? Congratulations to all Morongo Unified School District Science Fair winners. The Morongo Basin's annual Spell-a-Thon is happening this weekend. Put on by the Morongo Basin Friends of the Library, the event sees 12 teams of kids and adults competing for spelling supremacy, all in the name of raising funds for public libraries in Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, and 29 Palms. I spoke with Morongo Basin Friends of the Library Spell-a-Thon Committee Chair Debbie Medina, who told me about Saturday's event.
The Spell-a-Thon is one of our biggest fundraisers that's put on by the 3 Morongo Basin libraries to benefit programs that the library provides, which is summer reading program, literacy, computers, all those kind of things. We have teams of 3. Each person has a turn spelling the word. However, the 3 converse and talk about how the spelling is before they spell it out. And they have so many seconds to spell it, and we go on from there. So we have 12 teams this year, and it goes by table, and we start out with pretty mild words.
And the words get harder and harder.
Harder and harder.
What are the teams comprised of?
It's really neat because this year it's comprised of all. We have 2 high school teams, obviously the 2, Yucca Valley and 29 Palms. I had a young girl, 11 years old, Josephine, walk into the 29 Palms library and said, "Hey, I want to do this." So we were able to put her on a team with other adults, and then obviously the rest of them are adults. This is the first year we've had somebody as young as 11 years old, and we're hoping to expand that.
How are funds raised?
We have lots of different raffle items at the event. So we have Esther Shaw donated a $400 watercoloring. She's a local artist in Yucca. And we've been selling tickets at the farmer's market. We get money from that, and then we sell the tickets the same day. And then we have lots of different raffle, like 30 different raffle items that people can choose to put their ticket in.
How do I see the Spell-a-Thon?
You just show up at the Lucky Park Activity Center at 9 o'clock this Saturday, the 22nd. We have a lot of teams this year, like I said. So I'm encouraging people to come out and really cheer our teams this year.
And finally, the 8th annual iteration of the Desert Fringe Theater and Cultural Arts Festival will be in 29 Palms on March 28th. Founder of the event, Miri Hunter, will be the guest on the Z107.7 Up Close show with Gary Daigneault tomorrow morning. The free donation-based event moves through the city of 29 Palms with artists' talks, music, theater, spoken word, and improv. The main productions are Saturday and Sunday afternoon and evening at Theater 29, Friday at the Glass Outhouse, Saturday morning at Freedom Plaza, Sunday morning near the National Park, and Sunday evening at the 29 Palms Visitor Center. You can find out more about the performances and the performers tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on Z107.7, then as a podcast later on in the afternoon. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.